Hi Frugal friends, welcome to the YouTube channel Is Fire For Me. My name's Kim and I'm here with your daily dose of frugality. We are currently in the groceries and supplies section of this little book, 365 Ways to Live Cheap. So far we've covered don't eat out as often, go grocery shopping once a week at most, eat before you go grocery shopping, plan your meals using the grocery store flyer, make a grocery list before you go, get comfortable with cooking, avoid frozen and prepackaged meals, and make recipes with inexpensive base ingredients. Today we are on the tip, start a garden. If you have a bit of space where you live to break ground, gardening can be an extremely cost-effective hobby and can be as good as putting money in your pocket. You have to make some upfront investments, the cost of seeds and starter plants, the cost of a hoe or other equipment to break ground, and the time investment needed to tend to your plants. But you'll earn a nice harvest at the end of the summer. You'll have spent a lot of time in the garden on a very frugal activity, time you might have spent elsewhere engaging in expensive hobbies. In some fruitful seasons, you'll more than break even with the value of the produce you grow, and you have the freedom to grow the foods that you like. Don't have space? Try starting a window garden or a box garden. You can grow a small amount of food in one of these in even the tightest of spaces. I think that this tip is really great if you enjoy gardening. I have found over the years that I don't actually like gardening. I like tending houseplants, I like tending flowers, but I don't like tending vegetables, which is really counterintuitive since I eat a lot of vegetables and one would think I would enjoy growing them. I think I don't mind planting, I don't enjoy watering, I don't really like weeding. But this year I did a very small garden. I have one row of corn and I have four zucchini squash plants, and one of them died and one of them's really small, so two of them are producing. And then I have a few heads of cabbage and I have a few green bean plants, and that's given us green beans for quite a few suppers. It's given us more squash than we know what to do with, and the corn hasn't quite fully ripened yet. But I have enjoyed my little garden. It's been very manageable. It hasn't been too time consuming. I think sometimes when I start projects, I jump into them with both feet and it can get a little bit overwhelming. So this year I tried to start pretty small. Up on the porch here, I do have a few containers of tomatoes and it looks like they're starting to ripen. So that will give us some tomatoes that we can use for salsa or pastas or whatever else we end up using the tomatoes for. So I think this is a great option, especially if you can grow like a small herb garden just off your kitchen, in a window, on a porch, something like that. That's going to save you a good amount of money if you can get some of the basics that you might normally buy, like basil or thyme or sage or some of the other, spices that you would normally use in recipes. If you can have those in growing and on your porch and easy to use and ready to use, then I think you'll end up saving quite a bit of money and packaging that comes with those herbs and spices. So if you can, start a garden. If you're an avid gardener, or if you've dabbled in gardening, or if you like to garden, or if you hate gardening, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And I will see you back here tomorrow for another daily dose of frugality.